Okay, everybody, I'm finally back for another Bible study. So I'm going to continue with Matthew 5, and we're on to verse 9. I'm going to read this out of the Amplified. It says, "Blessed, enjoying enviable happiness, spiritually prosperous, with life joy and satisfaction in God's favor and salvation, regardless of their outward conditions, are the makers and maintainers of peace, for they shall be called the sons of God." In other versions it says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God." Much shorter, but I really like that version. Peacemakers, sons of God. I don't really know the connection there like so much, because a lot of the other ones seem to like really like the reward, I guess, for the blessed or whatever you want to call it, seems to kind of go along with it a little bit more like obviously. I don't know if that made any sense, but I'm going to focus more on what peace is and what a peacemaker, what that would look like, and I'll just kind of give you like a verse or a few things to look at for the sons of God thing. So I have a few verses that I want to read, and I'm going to start in Isaiah 9. And I just really want to start this off the right way, which would mean to talk about Jesus and to show that he is peace. And so Isaiah 9:6 says, "For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, and Prince of Peace." So I just love that. So Jesus is the Prince of Peace. Then I'm going to go to John 14:27, and I'm just reading a couple things in John because it's just really showing how Jesus loved peace. Obviously, like he was the Prince of Peace, and he pretty much is peace, so whatever you want to call it, but true peace is found in Jesus, and he was a big fan of it, I think. So John 14:27 says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. Let not your heart let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid." So he's saying, "Peace I leave with you." So Jesus was leaving his peace. He said it was his peace, and it wasn't as the world gives peace, but it's as he gives it. So there is a difference there, and I'll kind of hopefully touch on that a little bit later. Then John 16:33, should just be able to flip over the page, says, "I have said these things to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world." Love that last part too, but just that focus on, "I have said these things to you," and obviously he just said a bunch of stuff, so you can kind of read the context, that in me you may have peace. So there really is no peace apart from Jesus, and I want to make that really clear. I probably will hit that a lot more as I keep talking, so sorry if you think I overdo it or whatever. So then I'm going to just go to Romans 8. I'm just kind of reading scriptures, and I could go a lot longer on them, but just to kind of give you the verses for you to just kind of read them and talk to the Lord about them yourself. So Romans 8 is the verse that's a lot about the sons of God. Also Galatians 4 talks a lot about being a son of God, which is so good, and I think it has a lot to do with what Matthew 5:9 is talking about. So Romans 8:6, it says, "For to set the mind on the flesh is death, but to set the mind on the spirit is life and peace." And I just think that's so cool how it puts those two things together. To set the mind on the spirit is life and peace. So it's like those, they come together, and we can't get life outside of Jesus. We know that because he is the way, the truth, and the life. And so by reading this, I get that we can't get peace, once again, without Jesus. And let's see, next verse is Hebrews 12:14. I just have a couple more. I love Hebrews 12. Oh my goodness, I just read it yesterday and crazy. Okay, so 12:14, it says, "Strive for peace with everyone and for the holiness without which no one will see the Lord." So, I mean, whoever wrote Hebrews is telling us to strive for peace with everyone. Think about that. Just think about that. Next verse 3, James 3:18, and I'll read 17 just because it's so awesome, but it's talking about wisdom. "But the wisdom from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, open to reason, full of mercy and good fruits, impartial and sincere. And a harvest of righteousness is sown in peace by those who make peace. That, like, I don't know, that's verse 18, and I have a little question mark by it because last time I guess I was reading it, I was kind of like, I don't get that. But when I'm reading it again, it's just, oh my gosh, it's so cool. It's like, and a harvest of righteousness is sown in peace by those who make peace. So those who make peace, also known as peacemakers, because they are making peace, they're sowing a harvest of righteousness in peace. So it's like just peace, peace, peace. But so that's just a really awesome, awesome verse. So yeah, that's pretty much just the verses I wanted to read. And so to just kind of summarize a little bit, yeah. I honestly can tell you that I have not felt so much peace in my life since I've been back from that internship, and it's not because I went to IHOP and all this stuff. It's like because I encountered Jesus in a way that I never had before, and well, he's encountered me, as you know, but that's the only way that I would ever know the true peace. And I'm sure that there's depths of that I have not even experienced yet, but I'm serious, like the days when I'm feeling just like blah and I've got like this dry thing going on, like I definitely don't feel so much peace. Like I'm not saying I feel it all the time, but there is an incredible difference that I've never thought I could experience. And so just for a heads up and just a hopeful kind of thing that is like there is a peace that we can experience in this life that is so, it's like surreal. Like when it talks about a peace that passes understanding, I've definitely felt that before, and it's so amazing. I mean, right now I just do feel really at peace. And like I said before, peace comes from knowing Jesus, because he is the one that really gives us peace. There's no other place to find peace. I mean, the world can try to tell you like, oh, like, peace, just tolerate everybody and just, be okay with everything and let everything slide and da 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 and all this. And like, it sounds nice because it's like, okay, well, just peace with everybody, right? But tolerating people is not loving them if they're in sin. Honestly, like I really want to make this is a huge point. And honestly, I'm not sure where to find this in the Bible, but I'm pretty sure you can hear by what I'm saying that it is backed up by Scripture. And I'm not trying to like, get some weird thing on you or whatever. But like peace is not tolerance, you guys. When you hear like Unitarian type of things where it's like, oh, every religion is okay, we just need to be together and all this and love each other. And I mean, obviously loving each other is good and peace is good, but like if you read the Bible, you will get convicted that peace only comes from Jesus, and Jesus is the only way to the Father. And if you believe that, then you have to know that peace is not tolerating every other religion. And I'm not saying that you're like going out and like fighting against these people, attacking them verbally or all this stuff. Like, you love the people because Jesus told us to love everybody, but you don't tolerate, like you don't say that it's okay. I don't know, I mean, hopefully you can kind of see that difference. But that's just something that's become really apparent to me, and it's so important. I also think, I mean, I learned a lot about the end times and stuff at IHOP, and there were some things that I didn't quite understand, like how they were teaching it. I was kind of like, I don't know about that. Just kind of trying to search the scriptures for myself. But I really did stand out to me about how it speaks in, I think it's in the book of Daniel, it talks about a man of peace that will come and will set up his temple and all this stuff. And basically they call him the Antichrist, and he will come like during the tribulation basically and stand up and say, worship me. Pretty sure he says that he's Jesus or he's God or something like that. Or yeah, I'm pretty sure he says he's Jesus. Maybe not. I don't know. I can't remember. But anyway, I mean, you read it for yourself. I mean, it's important. But basically, there will be this move that will come. There will be a person that stands up and says, worship me. And like, it'll be about peace. And people will persecute Christians because they don't understand. They think that they're wrong because they're saying Jesus is the only way, when all along that's the truth, because we heard it from Jesus' mouth, and he is the Son of God, and we believe in him, right? We have faith in him. Anyway, I'm going to get on a tangent here, but it's just so important. Okay, last thing, well, second to last thing, I guess, but I wanted to show you, I've seen this bumper sticker around, and I'm sure you've probably seen it, or maybe you have. I'll see if I can, hopefully it'll get into focus here. But basically it says, no Jesus, no peace, and then it says, no Jesus, no peace. Hopefully you can see it. Whatever. Okay, so basically, be a peacemaker, make peace, because that's what Jesus does, and don't tolerate, but make peace and love people, love all people, and that's it. So God bless you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.